Hello. It's been a little while, hasn't it? This is probably my longest gap since I started doing videos. I must admit I've missed it a bit. I was away over the weekend and then I was a bit ill and whatnot. Been recovering from quite a interesting weekend, which I was in Glastonbury. I won't go into the details here. So, I want to talk a bit about consistency, patience, and calmness. Yeah. Now, summer's over. I mean, it really is over. The autumn has hit. It's got cold, wet. There's a real autumnal feel. And with it, there feels like there's been a shift in seasons within me. The period of excitement, of craziness is over now. This infinite bursting energy is gone. And I feel like it's time to kind of knuckle down in some ways. Knuckle down is an aggressive way of putting it, but I've got a lot on at work. I'm doing some big presentations soon. Especially I've got a presentation I'm doing on meditation. And amongst that I've got my brother's wedding. So socially, quite a lot going on at the moment. I have that feeling of being a bit sort of up against it, I've really got to be at my best. Can't afford to be tired and behind this time. So as a result, I've been taking it easy this week, sleeping a lot, restoring myself so that I can perform. Especially with regard to preparation for my meditation talk, I realised that I can only do that when I'm actually at my best. I can only think creatively when I'm at my best, when I'm grounded. My brain's not filled with shit. So, taking the time to sleep and, look after myself. There's a thing about consistency and excitement in the sense that, sometimes if you do something exciting, you go off dancing and I do some kind of thing, go see some people. It might give like a short-term burst of but I know in the big picture it runs me down. And so actually having the patience and discipline to take time off is really important. But sometimes it can be a bit of a slog, especially when, I've got quite a lot of pent-up tiredness that I need to undo. Yeah, my body's got some kind of recovering to do. This feels to me like a month where it's going to be a health focus on sort of health, stability, clarity, consistency. So I'm going to get so I've been away a lot recently. My exercise routine's gone a bit all over the place. I feel a little whereas previously I felt too rigid, regimented. Now I feel like a little bit of structure. It's actually quite helpful. Yeah. I've been feeling a little bit overly sort of impulsive recently, perhaps. So I think we're really going to treat this month more as almost like another dry January, in the sense that I'm laying off Facebook and WhatsApp this month. laying off any stimulants, anything like that. Turning the volume down. And whereas, so for example, in August, I had this crazy energy, which was I was taking cacao in the mornings, and that was wonderful for creativity. But something about that kind of energy felt a bit fragile and ephemeral. Whereas the energy and the clarity that comes from taking time to sleep and looking after yourself and all of that feels more sort of stronger. And also, the more I look after myself, the stronger that gets, and it's you're tapping into the inexhaustible, the infinite, the Tao, the way. Yeah. But yeah, while this is building and I'm coming out with my reverie, it's clarity is not what it isn't my best. So in those moments, I'm like, I'm just like grasping for some kind of stimulation to put me in a exciting mood, some kind of trick, But deep down, I know that any kind of trick to make me more excited or put me in a better mood is really delaying the recovery process that would lead to like a kind of natural energy, mood, and creativity to arise. So here it's really about having the patience to stick with my kind of tiredness or whatever, just feel it out, and in some ways, I don't want to say pay the price, but feel the opposite effect. What I was doing previously in August, my crazy energy it felt like I was like, how is this possible? This is crazy. How is it possible I have so much energy bursting within me? I must pay the price for this later. And sure enough, I am now. I suppose it's about just enjoying that and not avoiding it so much, so that it can run its course as it wants to. Yeah. Yeah, and I feel, especially I find on weekends where I have too early, decent sleeps, that really makes the whole world of difference to my week. So let's do that this week. Because I suppose next week it's not going to be quite like that, or with the wedding. Cool. Yeah, cool. Nice to see you again. Yeah, and also look, my tiredness just ends up in a sort of bloating-y feeling, especially like a puffy face. Yeah. Good night.